ساتوی پسروینو داد شهیدانو کور داد باتورانو کور داد باتورانو کور داد باتورانو کور داد باتورانو کور ساتوی پسروینو داد شهیدانو کور داد
Good evening and thank you for joining us on this Thursday, May 8, 2025. I'm Suleiman Talash. Deputy Prime Minister for Administrative Affairs Maulavi Abdul Salam Hanafi inaugurated a new township for refugees being forcibly deported in Ghazni province. The ceremony was attended by Minister of Housing and Urban Development Maulavi Hamdullah Nomani, the Governor of Ghazni, the Deputy Governor of Paktika, scholars, elders and several other local officials from the province. During the event, the Deputy Prime Minister for Administrative Affairs stated that the leadership and officials of the Islamic Emirate are working tirelessly to provide peace, comfort and necessary facilities to compatriots who are being forcibly evacuated from neighboring countries and beyond. It's worth mentioning that this refugee township in Ghazni city has been planned on 4,000 acres of land, with the first phase covering more than 1,900 acres. Foreign Minister Maulavi Amir Khan Muttaqi held a video conference with Turkmenistan's Deputy of the Cabinet and Foreign Minister Rashid Muradov. They discussed enhancing political and economic relations, particularly focusing on the Tapi pipeline's extension through Afghanistan. Mr. Muradov expressed support for the Tapi project and promised to improve cooperation in railways, trade and transit, while simplifying visa processes for Afghan businessmen. Both sides agreed to continue meetings to expedite the Tapi project and expand economic collaboration. The director of the Afghan Red Crescent Society, Sheikh Sahabuddin Dilavar, has signed a cooperation agreement with Dr. Muhammad Saeed Alayash, the representative of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation in Afghanistan, to provide financial assistance to heart patients in Afghanistan. The children with heart disease were referred to local hospitals for treatment. A representative from the Organization of Islamic Cooperation emphasized the importance of continued collaboration with the Afghan Red Crescent Society and assured that new humanitarian service projects would be launched. Foreign Minister Maulavi Amir Khan Muttaqi, in a telephone conversation with Muhammad Ishaq Dar, Pakistani Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister, agreed to release transit cargoes of Afghan traders Standard and Karachi and Wega ports. Meanwhile, officials of the Chamber of Commerce and Investment say that the problems related to transit goods of Afghan traders in Wega, Karachi and Torkham ports have now been resolved. Here is the rest of the story.
Islamic Emirates Foreign Minister Maulavi Amir Khan Muttaqi held a telephone conversation with Muhammad Ishaq Dar, Pakistani Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister, on Tuesday. The head of the Information and Public Relations of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs said that in addition to discussing bilateral relations between Kabul and Islamabad, both sides agreed to release transit cargoes of Afghan traders stranded in Karachi and Wagah ports.
In the phone conversation mentioned, a decision was made regarding the release of Afghan traders' transit goods held up at the Karachi and Wagah ports. Both countries will make efforts to remove obstacles along the transit routes.
Meanwhile, officials from the Chamber of Commerce and Investment say that the problems related to the transit goods of Afghan traders in the ports of Wagah, Karachi and Torkham, which were created due to the dispute between India and Pakistan, have now been resolved.
Fortunately, following the discussions that Mr. Muttaqi had with Pakistani officials, including their foreign minister, Pakistan has now allowed to Indian goods that were stuck at Karachi port and the border crossings in Chaman and Torkham to enter Afghanistan. Moreover, the processing of our goods in Karachi has already begun, and shipments are now being dispatched from there as well.
Tensions between India and Pakistan over Kashmir have halted trade between the countries, especially Afghanistan, at the ports of Karachi, Wagah and Pakistan's Torkham and Chaman border crossings.
Economy Minister Qaridin Muhammad Hanif met with Julian Weinberg, the director of Dialogue Action, a British-based international organization. During the meeting, the two sides discussed ways to strengthen economic relations between Afghanistan and regional countries, address climate change collaboratively, and explore the roles of international organizations and institutions in these sectors. Mr. Hanif also shared insights on Afghanistan's current economic situation, proposed solutions for economic and social development, and emphasized the need for greater cooperation with the international community. During his visit to Turkmenistan, Herat Governor Sheikh Maulana Islamjar met with the governor of Mari Province, Orazo Bagnich Murad Super Goldvich, and other officials. The Herat Provincial Press Office said that the meeting discussed strengthening trade and transit cooperation, facilitating the export and import process through the Torghunday port, and accelerating major regional projects, including the Topi project. According to the press release, the Mari governor pledged to benefit from the products of the Herat Industrial Park, in addition to strengthening trade and transit cooperation. Public Health Minister Maulavi Nur Jalal Jalali met with Ghazni Governor Maulavi Abdul Samad Javed, along with Deputy Health Services Minister Maulavi Abdul Wali Haqqani and other officials. They discussed the completion of the Ghazni Regional Hospital, increasing salaries for health personnel, and budgets for hospitals. The governor urged the timely completion of the hospital and higher salaries for specialists, helping for more focus on the province's health sector. The minister assured him of support and commitment to strengthening healthcare in Ghazni. The Farah Provincial Public Health Department has reported that incineration of 70 tons of expired medicines and various food and non-food items in the province. According to the department, the disposed items included 30 tons of expired medicines and 40 tons of food and non-food products that had been collected over the past 6 months. Yesterday, more than 30 Afghans were released from Pakistani prisons and returned to their country. The Minister of Refugees and Repatriation reported that these individuals were transferred to their home areas after registering and receiving humanitarian assistance. And the final one says that the National Statistics and Information Authority has announced the opening of an electronic ID card distribution center in the Aqcha district of Jawzjan province. According to the department, this center was established to expedite the distribution of electronic ID cards and to provide convenience for the residents of the district. That's all for tonight. Stay with us to stay updated. Have a good night.
ساتوی پسرو وینو دا د شهیدانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور ساتوی پسرو وینو دا د شهیدانو کور دا